Good morning everyone and welcome back to Chilli's farm. Today is an absolutely spectacular day. The sun is shining and the sky is pretty clear. There's blue, there's a few clouds, but that's okay. Today I feel great. I feel energized because I had a spectacular morning breakfast. I had bone broth like I always do, and if you want to know how to make bone broth, go click up the link somewhere here. I had bone broth and I had bacon and eggs like I always do, but this time it was extra special. I had eggs from our own chickens. I fried our own eggs from Tiny and one of our black Australorps over easy, and they were just spectacular. They were the most delicious eggs that I've ever had because our chickens are having the greatest nutrition. Well, okay, maybe not the greatest nutrition. They still get a tiny little bit of grain supplement, which I'm not too happy about, but I am growing Azolla for that reason, so that I can eliminate it. But the Azolla keeps getting eaten by my paddy melons. The paddy melons that are just taking over Tasmania. They're eating my Azolla that is meant for my chickens. Anyway, the chickens have a great diet. They have pasture. They have my garden bed behind me that they are digging and eating worms and bugs and lawn cutter worms that are very, very annoying for me, but they're eating them, they're taking care of them and turning them into nutritious eggs, which is spectacular. They get kitchen scraps and they get meat scraps. They get a good diet. They even get yogurt and organic blueberries and blackberries. It's just, they're spoiled chickens. They are very healthy chickens and they produce very healthy eggs, which made me feel energized and happy today because I had over easy eggs from them. And look, Tiny's in the coop. Sorry, Tiny. Sorry, Tiny, you're a good girl. Sorry, you can lay your egg. Oops, I thought she was already out and she had laid her egg, but apparently not. She's a little late today. For today's agenda though, we have to harvest some spaghetti squash. I'm going to harvest all, or at least maybe 90% of my spaghetti squash, because I'm going to try and put them into the oven, cook them a little bit, and then freeze them and preserve them. Now ideally, if I had an amazing pantry and I had an amazing amount of jars that I could can the pumpkin, I would, but I do not have that, so I have to make do with another solution, which is roasting and freezing. Let's try that. This is the pumpkin and spaghetti squash patch, which is absolutely laden with pumpkins and spaghetti squash. Every step you take, you will find some squash or pumpkins. Okay, so ideally what people say is that you have to let your spaghetti squash go yellow like this. Now this is extremely yellow and extremely ripe, but to be completely honest with you, I don't really like it when it's exceptionally ripe like that. I would rather pick it when it's more like this kind of a yellow, or even this. This is green, but it's still perfectly good to eat. And to me, it tastes more like a zucchini when it's more young. But see how I just dented my fingernail in there? It's still very young. But first, a quick spotlight. Look at this ugly pumpkin. My goodness. I think this is the Musqué de Maroc from Morocco. Look at these warts. Ew. Wow. I'm keen to open this one. Okay, let's take this exceptionally ripe one. Just gonna snap it. To do it one-handed. Oh my goodness. There we go. Ow, ow, oh, the spikes. My delicate fingers. Nice. Oh. Yes. Oh, these spikes, man, it's like, Mission impossible. Try and get the spaghetti squash without getting scratched all over. Let's get you, my little extra ripe fella. Oh yeah, that's ripe. Oh, there's another one here. My God, these spikes, guys, they hurt. I need armor. These silicone needles. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm done doing this with hands and snapping. I'm getting sick of tears. Ho ho ho, now I have the big guns. Okay, spaghetti squash. There we go. Done. Oh my God, the spikes. Ah! Yes. Good one. Gee whiz, that's a lot of spaghetti squash. One person can only eat so much spaghetti squash. Granted, we have my whole family to eat it. But still, that's a lot of spaghetti squash. And there's more. More coming. The bees. They keep doing this to me. They pollinated this one here. This one's fully pollinated. See, look at this. The bees. They're doing this to me. I just found one more. Hiding. This one needs to be harvested too. Look, it's yellow. Marlon. Oof, that's a lot. Are you ready for the big reveal? 11 spaghetti squash. Ready? Oh my goodness, this is heavy. So 11, average of maybe 2 kilos in each, or maybe 3. Not sure. That's a decent amount of weight. Whoa. Now we have to carry this into the kitchen, get this processed, freeze it. My gosh, I hope we have enough freezer space. We're waiting on an extra freezer to come and get delivered. But yeah, we don't even have enough space for frozen berries and our meat. We need another freezer so that we can put these in there. I heard a crack of the basket. I think it's gonna break. Okay, I have to go. Oh no, it's gonna fall. Who needs a gym membership when you are a gardener? Well, I'm actually quite ecstatic with the harvest that we've gotten. We got 11 spaghetti squash, and that's only from 3 plants, which is pretty good. And we've already probably given away and consumed about 7 or 8 spaghetti squash, and there's like about 7 or 8 more to come. I'm just going to let the plant continue until really the frost comes and kills them, because they just keep making more flowers and the bees keep pollinating. I don't even have to pollinate. The bees do it all for me, and I haven't even given it much water. I've maybe given it a bucket here or 2, but and it's actually been quite a dry summer, so I'm surprised that we've gotten so many spaghetti squash. Even with the low amount of rain that we've gotten, it's still done quite a good job. And we also have a ton of pumpkins growing, and these are organic pumpkins and spaghetti squash, which you can't get in the shops. And I haven't seen spaghetti squash in the shops actually. It's like you're growing all of these choice vegetables and fruits that you can't get in the shop, that's organic, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. And the sun has come out. Yes, it was cloudy for a little moment and now the sun is shining. So now I'm just going to chop up some spaghetti squash, cook it in the oven, and then freeze it. So another day comes to an end here on Chilli's farm. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time on Chilli's farm. Bye.